Welcome to this special educational report on the funding and services offered to students in Saskatchewan. We're here to investigate reports recently released after the Saskatchewan NDP submitted a Freedom of Information request, highlighting one that said school registration procedures indicated students with learning challenges or special needs would not be admitted into 3 qualified independent schools in the province. We hear from Saskatchewan School Board Association President Jamie Smith-Windsor, who explains that part of the education budget is labeled Supports for Learning, part of which is specifically allocated to help students with increased needs. She notes that funding for student education in Saskatchewan is on a per-student basis and doesn't take into account special needs, location, or any other factors. Smith-Windsor noted the extra funding schools received in 2022 was conditional and needed to be spent in a specific way, but says that funding alone doesn't alleviate pressures schools face in offering of supports for intensive needs. We also hear from Samantha Bicott, president of the Saskatchewan Teachers Federation, who says they might have described the education budget in 2015 as tight, but that this year's budget is far worse. She says schools are making difficult decisions in the fall with little left to cut that won't hurt students. Bicott shares an example of situations where educational psychologists have been restricted, leaving many students waiting up to a year, if not longer, to get their assessments done. Shane Skjerven, Director of Education with Saskatoon Public Schools, gives an overview of the John Dolan School in Saskatoon, a special school for students with multiple complex or medical needs. He explains the difficulty of supporting the school, which requires a significant amount of resources, with no additional funding. Daniel Burke, Chief Financial Officer with Saskatoon Public Schools, wraps it up by noting that schools are facing increased class sizes with decreased resources. He shares that schools get increased funding each year, but it's not enough. Every single year the increase that we get in funding is less than inflation, making it difficult to balance the budget. In conclusion, this report touched on the inadequate funding and services offered to students in Saskatchewan and how it's hurting our education system. We hope this report helps parents, administrators, and legislators alike to gain a better understanding of the current state of education funding in the province and how we can work together to improve it.